these Advantage plans. So that's the old Advantage plans that we have out there. Now, I don't know if the people in this area are taking as well as other people across the country.
The Leavenworth County Republican Party publishes a monthly email newsletter. You have an option if you have something to say, if you would like to write, be an author of some articles, let us know. Send in your articles, we'll get you published.
I too would like to thank you for coming out. I'd like to thank the Fair Board for putting this together for us. There are 49 states experiencing the recession, but one state, yes, North Dakota, is not experiencing the recession that most of the states in this country are. They were wise enough to set aside a reserved amount of money to help their state stay afloat.
Military intellectual complex. It's a great system. It's a great group. There's going to be a kidney dialysis center being built here for Bureau of Prisons, inmates around the country, and anybody that's on dialysis. Overall, three primary issues that I hear people saying all the time about health care. Most people are fairly satisfied with their own health care. They think it costs too much, and they're concerned about people that don't have any coverage. By that I mean they're not covered by Medicaid, not covered by Medicare, veterans benefits, health insurance, the group that's not covered. That's the series of issues that I think we need to work with. And overall, a good system, but it needs incremental reform. I think what we need to do is make incremental changes to get at the two problem areas: holding the cost down and getting coverage up for people that are not covered. And for that second piece of it, a key part of that is holding your insurance rates down. People react to increases in insurance rates. If you will reduce your insurance, cost of health insurance, more people will get covered. If you increase your cost of health insurance, fewer people will get covered. It's very price sensitive.
Somebody's got to make that up. In fact, we got hospitals closing because they can't handle it.
I think that's one of the key issues of us getting control of the southern border. I think that will be important. The other thing is the E-Verify system on employment. And this is that when people show up and seek work and employment in the United States, that they get immediately checked under the E-Verify system whether or not the Social Security number that they're putting in is accurate for them and not replicated in the system.
My name's Kathy Brown. I'm here with my husband, David Brown. I take it that no way, no how would you ever vote for this?
I will not support an overall takeover of the system.
So that would be a no. You're not going to vote for Obamacare. Is that correct, sir? No. Okay, great. Yeah, whatever form it eventually takes. Senator, I heard you earlier, and I'm glad that you're here in that way. Because you know what? I'm part of the mob. I'm part of the un-American mob. We want, if a person's in danger of death, I'm a lawyer now, I used to be a nurse. If a person's in danger of death, we want them in our ERs. That's who we are. But I sure do not want to pay for illegal aliens. I want the riches of our country to go to this man, this veteran, to my husband who nearly lost his life. And another thing, sir, if I could ask you, will you give us a commitment today here that you will veto any attempt to include abortion and paid for by our tax money?
On abortion, I am pro-life. I have fought for the pro-life issue for a long period. I am opposed to the government paying for abortion.
Illegal immigration has its tentacles in everything. It goes into healthcare, such as what Dennis was talking about. It goes into possible voter fraud. It goes into our school district. I know that there was a report that was issued, I think it was back in November, and it was the effect of illegal immigration in the state of Kansas. And we have almost 35,000 kids taking English as a second language here in the state of Kansas. Now, obviously, all of them, they're not illegal immigrants, but I'd certainly be willing to bet that they're one of their parents is that, or some member of the family is. I guess what I'm getting at is this: it's not an issue that can be put on the back burner anymore. We've got about 10% unemployment rate here nationally, and it's time that we start to take care of our own people first. Now you say that you're a strong supporter of the border fence, and I'm just the average guy, so I don't understand politics. But I got on Numbers USA, and this was in 2006, that you voted for what they called the manager's amendment offered by Alan Specter, who was a Republican at that time. And just to cut to the chase, what it did was the amendment included a provision that requires consultation with the government of Mexico concerning the construction of additional fencing and related border security structures along the international border between the United States and Mexico. So this is what I don't understand. If you're for a strong fence, then why would you stop, or at least what they say is that this would virtually stop the building of that fence.
A couple of things. I hope you'll look at the full record on that, because I've supported Jeff Sessions' amendments to build the fence. I don't remember that particular one you're citing in 2006. I don't doubt that you're saying this right. I just don't fully remember, and I apologize. We can look that up, and if we get a name and address, I'll get back to you the specifics on that. But I've supported the votes for it. I've supported the appropriations for it. I have been a part of the immigration debate. I've been a part of it, and we've had an immigration debate virtually since I got in the House in '94. This has been a long-going debate. And I've generally been one for enforcing the border and trying to get some sort of overarching reform, because I think at the core of this is a lack of a system that works. As people in America support legal immigration. They don't support illegal immigration. The legal system is broken. There are a lot of problems with the legal system, and it is at my belief that one of the keys are that you get the legal system to work, and then you won't have as much. This is a federal issue. And I'm going to be studying what we can do on the state E-Verify. I think that should be at a federal level, and I'm pushing for it to be federally mandated, and I'll push for the same sort of issues at the state level on the E-Verify. I want to look at the tuition issue more, because I've supported federally allowing a state to be able to offer tuition at the rate that the state determines they want to do, and giving that option. Because I think for many of the kids, these would be kids that have been brought in at age 1, 2, 4, 5. They go through our system, and then what do you do with them? And people say, well, you catch them and you send them back to wherever they came from.
We need to take matters in our own hands and take care of ourselves and do what we need to do best in our own circles. That's what has to be done, and it's not going to come from Washington ever.